Hello everybody and welcome to our Dremio Showcase, 2 hours of executive thought leadership on the latest data trends and predictions for 2024. We've got plenty to look forward to here today as we reflect on yet another groundbreaking year in the world of data and technology. Every organization today is looking at how they can harness their data to empower their business and improve overall decision making. But have you ever stopped and just thought about how much data is being produced each and every day? Well, I've got some interesting stats for you on this here. Forbes, first and foremost, estimates the volume of data generated globally between 2010 and 2020 increased by about 5,000%. And perhaps you won't be surprised to hear that that trajectory only looks set to continue. In fact, in terms of global market revenue, big data analytics was valued at around 15 billion back in 2019, just 4 years ago. But since then, the market has achieved a compound annual growth rate of almost 30%, which means it's on track to reach over 68 billion by 2025. So from 15 billion 4 years ago to nearly 70 billion in 2 years. Of course, another emerging trend that we have seen from organizations is a growing investment in data lakehouse architecture. Of course, something we'll be hearing about here today. According to Dremio's State of the Data Lakehouse report released just last month, the majority of respondents indicated that more than half of all analytics will be on the data lakehouse within the next 3 years. 42%, meanwhile, have moved from a cloud data warehouse to the data lakehouse, more than any other environment, which is quite telling in itself. Whilst 81% of respondents said they are using a data lakehouse to support data scientists build and improve AI models and applications. Now today, we'll be exploring some of these findings as well as some of the key challenges facing companies like yours, everything from cost right through to data governance, overcoming silos and reducing dashboard fatigue. My name's Alex Wood. I'm your host for today's event with Dremio, and very shortly I'll be telling you about some of the live in-person sessions that we'll be bringing you across this morning. But now, let's take a look at our agenda for today's showcase. In just a few minutes' time, we'll kick things off with an opening keynote from Dremio CEO Sender Selakumar. He's going to set the scene for us and provide some context to those findings I shared from the State of the Data Lakehouse report a little bit earlier on. Then it'll be on to our second session, our analyst session with Mike Ferguson, who is the CEO of Intelligent Business Strategies. And Mike's going to join us here in the studio as we learn about some of the best practices being implemented by leading companies as they find ways of balancing a reduced cost while increasing adoption and maturity. After Mike's session, we'll then move on to our panel, where I'll be joined once again by Sender, Mike, and Mark Sear from Maersk as we explore their predictions for 2024. We'll ask each of our panelists to share some of their thoughts on some of the new, exciting, emerging trends in data. And we'll also be opening this session up for audience Q&A, so please do make use of that chat section if you would like to submit a question for any of our speakers here today. And then, in our final session of this Dremio Showcase, panelist Mark is going to stay with us for a deep dive into the complicated, challenging world that is supply chain. So lots to look forward to here today as part of this event.
Every organization is working to empower their business users with data and insights. But data lake performance is slow, data warehouses are expensive, and data is siloed across multiple sources and locations. Dremio's Data Lakehouse provides sub-second queries directly on data lakes, such as AWS, Azure, and Hadoop, enabling business intelligence dashboards and analytics applications to run directly on the lake. With Dremio, data teams can easily connect to all of their data sources, provide unified data access, and enable self-service through a simple, intuitive, and business-friendly user experience. Dremio's Open Data Lakehouse supports community-driven standards such as Apache Parquet, Apache Iceberg, and Apache Arrow, so there's no proprietary format or lock-in. Now with Dremio, analysts and data scientists can quickly find the data they need, create new views and columns, and deliver better insights faster. When you're ready for self-service analytics and sub-second performance across all of your data, try Dremio, the easy and open data lakehouse.